So children, we discussed that plant tissues are of two types, dividing tissues and non-dividing tissues. Now if you see in front of you, there is a potted plant. Now why am I showing this? See, remember children, dividing tissues, as by the name itself you must have understood, that means these cells or this group of cells or the tissue keeps on dividing. Now, what is the purpose of this division? As you know, when cells keep on dividing, they increase in their number. When I say they increase in their number, automatically the growth of the organism also increases. So here, in case of plant, the dividing tissues are also called as meristematic tissues. Meristema means to divide. It's a Greek word. So now you all must have seen a plant growing from a seedling into a big plant or maybe even a huge tree. Now, any bead, whatever may be the type of plant, but all these varieties of plants have three main types of meristematic tissue. Three main types of meristematic tissue. Now, the first one. Now, if you see earlier, this plant must have been a small sapling, which has gradually increased in terms of its length, or let me say height. So this is what kind of growth? It is growing upwards, a vertical growth. Now this is all brought because of meristem, which is located at the tip, which is called as apical meristem. So what is my first kind of meristem? Apical meristem. Apex means at the tip. Now remember, this apical meristem is located both at the tip of the stem and even at the tip of the roots. So you see, plant grows vertically upwards and vertically downwards. That is, shoot upwards and root downwards. Then, does a plant only has a vertical growth? Don't we see the branches and the twigs? Yes, definitely. So if you see this plant has new branches and the stems arising on them. Now, where do they arise from? Now, these arise from the nodes. You all have learned about nodes and internodes. Now, there is one more meristem which is located at just below the internodes, which is called as intercalary meristem. So, I think you have understood the purpose of it. These help in giving rise to new branches, new stems and branches, twigs and branches. Am I clear? Now, another, as the plant keeps on growing, it not only grows in terms of its height, but also grows in terms of its size. Now, if you observe this plant, you will see that here the stem is very narrow, but here the stem has become little broader. Now, this is all because of another meristem which is called as lateral meristem. Lateral means sides. So, the meristem will be located on the sides, which helps in increasing the diameter of the plant. In the sense, basically the diameter of the stem or even of the root. So, that diameter is also termed as a girth. So, this gives rise to the secondary growth in the plants. Now, so children, we learned today that meristems are of how many types? Three types. The first, apical. Second, intercalary. And third is the lateral meristem.